Hi, friends. I haven't gotten all fixed up for you today. If my camera was in top shape, I'd be using Mr. Fish or Unicorn or something. But hopefully this will do. My heart brings me here to share with you. And here's what I was pondering. It seems like the intensity on life has been turned up a number of notches lately, especially since the 28th. Now, I had 3 days after the 28th that I have a call in to Ken, my medical intuitive, to ask him to help me have a look at it and see if we can't help me tune in to what's going on there. But here's what I suspect. I suspect it's not personal. It seems like it almost never is. And even if you have something personal in your life, the intensity on that could be amped up by other things happening in the world. We're all connected across all of that. So everything that's happening is happening inside, even the tough stuff. And mostly we're shielded from that. I mean, we would go crazy if we were totally aware of all of it. I remember listening once to a lecture a couple of decades ago that went something like, what if you could hear the footsteps of a fly? I mean, um, it could get pretty darn intense. So here's what was coming to me. How good are you at nurturing yourself? Do you know how? Do you know yourself well enough, and I hope you do, to know what you really like and enjoy? And then among those things that you like and enjoy, do you have the wisdom to see the ones that fill you up and maybe some of them are a bit draining or non-supportive? What I find works really well for me is a balance of going within and without, within and without. And I reach out to support and nurture others, but then I reach out to support and nurture myself. And so, sometimes I'll break all the rules. And what rules? Have a night of just watching videos. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm watching the kind I enjoy, which are nurturing. I like things on near-death experiences, life after death, that kind of thing. And I like, the teachers I like, Papa G and Muji, and used to be Eckhart Tolle. I haven't heard anything of his recently. I think I got all full up on him after a while. So I just wanted to suggest that we tune into ourselves and that, um, I like to have a document prepared that has favorite links. Um, and that way I don't have to go do all kinds of searching or whatever. I can just open up my document and go that way. Another thing that's really wonderful is now and then something will cross your heart or your mind that you think, hey, that's really neat. I'd like to give that some thought. But a lot of times, if we don't write it down somewhere, even on a little sticky note or something, it gets lost like a dream. If you don't record it pretty quickly in the morning, it gets gone. It gets forgotten. And so um, I'm good too to have a little notepad thing called ideas. And I just open it up and plop it down, whatever it is. And that can be fun when you get pensive or quiet or um, it's nice to open it up and look at those things that could inspire you, that could help you go deeper. I mean, a big part of what we're doing here in 3D is getting to know the self, the real self, the one with the capital S, sometimes called waking up. That's what it really is. It's just getting to know the deep inner self. Well, in those times when it speaks with us, when it quietly whispers something in your ear, write it down. Even if it's kind of chaotic and you might have to collect up a bunch of little pieces of paper here and there to make a coherent list of it, that's fine. You're nurturing yourself just by writing it down. You're saying, I'm important enough to take a minute to do this. And it's been hard. It's been really hard of late. I've had some hard-hitting emotional, it's not turmoil. It's just the intensity of it is earth-shaking. Now, with me, it's been a desire to communicate on my own level, to be heard and understood at depth. And I think no matter who you are, it's probably a bit of a challenge finding someone who can offer you that. A lot of times it turns out to be our internet friends instead of our offline friends, as someone called them, that are the ones where we go to be nurtured. And that's a good thing. That's fine. That's important. That nurturing goes back and forth. It goes both ways. Again, the in and the out, the balance. When we push ourselves too hard, and mind will always try to do that, we get ourselves out of balance. And then we pay a price for that. And it's not a bit comfortable. Now, life is going to be pretty uncomfortable anyway. But there's no reason that we can't take up the reins and begin to control it a bit more, a good bit more, with regard to nurturing the self. It pays off when we do this. It's important. It really is. We're not here to get the laundry done and the lawn mowed and the bills paid and all those kind of things. That's neither here nor there when we cross. When we're on the other side, looking over our life, doing the life review, like one lady said, she was a nice Christian lady, very big in her church. I guess she was kind of blessed financially in life. She was very generous with her donations and just, lived that kind of a life to get to the other side, only to find out it was the little impulsive things that she had done in her life that mattered more than those big checks she wrote. I mean, it's enough to make you sit down and say, whoa, I had it all wrong. I had my priorities mixed up. I was stuck on the surface, I was in my head instead of in my heart. And so the things, that have to be done, they have an urgency that has to be attended to. But let's remember, they're not necessarily important. What's important is what counts to your inner being. Or we could say, when you're having your life review, if it's important there, chances are it's important. Okay, that's my little spiel about taking care of yourself. I'm not sure I have anything else to say here. I might do something. I mean, I have loads to say, folks. I have so many journals going on, plus some private writings that it's liable to get a little tricky to keep up. But these things are on other topics. Um, what is the I is a really favorite one, because when you say nurture yourself, what does that mean? What self are you going to set out to nurture? You know, when you feed yourself, are you just shoveling it in to take care of the body? Or is it caring that you're putting into all of that? And so you'll be feeding not just the body, but the soul. And you'll be plugged in and aware of the things that you're eating and the way Mother Earth has provided those and elemental life. And you'll be plugged into the gratitude for all that which gave its life to support yours. And you'll remember to say a blessing and to give that nurturing. Let it flow, let it make the return current so that the blessing is complete. We really can own this earth again, in spite of however it seems out there. I mean, if you want to nurture yourself, turn off the news and never turn it back on. You know, get on the internet. Now, I listen to the Real News Network. There are others. They're alternative media. And it's regular kind of news. It's not the Project Camelot whistleblower kind of thing. It's regular news. Only it's what news ought to be, maybe what it once was in the long ago days that we no longer remember because they're all stooges now for the ones paying the bills. And it's hard not to be when they're the ones paying the bills. You know, I guess your option is to go along or leave. I don't know. You know, no one has easy answers today. All the more reason to nurture yourself. And maybe spend a little time with Muji or Gangaji, Adyashanti, or whoever rings your bells. Pondering, who am I? You know, what is this I that I'm nurturing? Okay. Talk to you again soon. Thanks for listening.